Hello everyone, hope you're fine. Welcome to DJ Stuff Videos and DJ Stuff YouTube channel. I'm very thrilled, I'm very happy to see you in second time for the Denon DJ SC6000M, M like motorized. The SC6000M is a multimedia player, allow you to mix MP3, AAC, FLAC, ALAC, WAVE and AAFF tracks. You can also, with a built-in Wi-Fi, connect your Beatport link, SoundCloud or Tidal account and play all your music and playlist inside the player. The 10.1-inch touchscreen allow you to have a beautiful vision of your tracks and waveform, larger playlist, and you can do everything with your finger. You can play your music from your thumb drive, hard drive or SD card directly on the front of the unit, on the back. And on the back of the player, you will have your power supply, Ethernet connection for link player and stage link, USB port to control software, and of course, the SC6000 is a dual player with dual outputs in analog or digital. You can even put your hard drive directly inside the unit and choose your track from it. To finish with, the SC6000M has a perfect protection when you disconnect the power or USB drive. Your player will power off gently, or your player can play the track entirely. So if you want to make a choice, the main difference between those two units from Denon DJ is that you have maybe a static jog, a normal traditional jog, or a platter like a real turntable. And you will see it's a real turntable. Like some of you know, I'm not a big turntablist or big scratcher guy, but I will show you how the bending, when you have two electronic music, when how the bending is good. It's very good sensation with this platter. We will see, but just I want to show you how it works when you want to assemble your player when you go out of your box. So let's cut the music. Let's push off. First little thing, good thing, I said it on the SC6000, but you see, the player is down, is off, the USB key is on it, but you still can play your music on another player, so it's pretty good. Let's stop it and let's see how it goes. So it's pretty cool because old platter, like I think it's the 12 Mark 1, has a little screw, you know, to turn inside. It was pretty annoying. This time, like the 12 Mark 2, you have a little push here, and you can see you can have this one and have a little click inside. So it's pretty cool. So you have the platter like that, the little, not the platter, the disc. You will have a little, oh, I forgot the word. Well, you know what it is. And you have this platter here. You see, it's really like a hard turntable. It's very the same thing. And let's see the weight. So I think for English people, I will be in LB. I can talk in kilogram, but let's see in LB. And it's 2LB 80.4 O's. So it's not a number you don't like. I will put in kilo. So I think it's maybe more or less 1 kilo 1. Yeah, you see 1 kilo 145. So it's a pretty heavy platter for this little player. It's not like a real platter of a turntable, but it's a good platter. And you will see it works very fine. Why it's so important for me to have a good sensation, good behavior in a platter when you make this sort of player is that I really like turntable. I start DJing with near 98 with turntable, like everyone. I had a lot of turntable with Gemini, with Numark, with Technics now. And when I test sort of unit with a turntable platter, I want to have a good sensation, and it's very good. Like I said, I'm not a turntablist, So I will not show you how to scratch, etc. I'm not pretending that, but you will see when you are making bending, etc. It's pretty good sensation. So let's see with some tracks. And this track, like, I'm going to mix it directly. So it's not a lesson, it's not a course with how to beat match, etc. It's just the sensation when you will bend the platter to match those two tracks. So I will do myself a mistake, and you will see I will check my mistake and go straight to the point of the beat match. It's pretty cool. So the platter is pretty good because you can just start your cue like a sample, for example, to listen to your headphone, for example, and you can play it without platter. You see, you have the bending, or you can even put the platter, and you have two kinds of torque, normal and high. I'm going to tell you that normal and high, it's pretty good to mix. I prefer maybe normal. It's more like a techniques torque, but high is good, and high it will be better if you want to scratch or something like that, because you have more force into the torque. So let's see with this track. I will make a mistake like that and arrange it. You see, it's pretty cool. Mistake, arrange. And I am without keylock, just the track, like a turntable. And if I want to put it with maybe a scratch, you see, I really like this kind of torque and in this platter. And to finish with, I pretty love this player with I love more this player, the M1, than the SC6000 because of the break situation. You see, when you make a break with no platter, you will have less sensation than this one because you have navy platter, you have the stopping time of the platter. I don't know if you figure what I'm going to say, but what I said. But you see, when I doing a slip mode with the stop, you have the force of the torque. It's pretty good. So let's focus on the navigation, browse, menu first. So when I insert my USB key, I'm touching first the no with this inscription because I want to show you a little, two little things. First, the player will analyze something in your USB key because he found something in a library, a record box library. But if you touch no, you will see directly on your USB key, you will see no playlist. You see no little arrow here. So you have its little information. You have to choose yes when the player will show this information. Secondary, and we will see after, when you have some tracks directly on in your folder, not analyzed, you will have no possibility to create a playlist or something like that. You see, if I push here, no. If I push here, no. There is no. The only thing you have to, you can do is to play the track. So the player will analyze the waveform, the BPM, and the grid, like that, of course, for example. Or you can go directly to prepare. So you will have your track directly on Prepare, but on Prepare you can't make any playlist. You can just clear the Prepare list. So when you have folder with no analyzed track, you can't do anything. Just play the track and analyze one track. So when Denon said that you can take your iDrive, put it inside, and maybe mix with 10,000 tracks, it's not pretty accurate, because when somebody gives you USB key, a USB thumb drive, and asking you to play a track, etc., so you can do, there is no problem. But if you want yourself, if you say in your mind, oh, I can analyze, prepare, make some playlist with 1,000 or 5,000 tracks directly in the player without any computer, it's not pretty accurate, and you have no analyze from your record box playlist. But, and I will show you right now, if you push your USB key and you say yes, it will analyze. It's very quick for me because I have just one playlist with some tracks. You choose the USB key, and you have your playlist here. You see? So I can play a track or something like that. So basically, the player will check a lot of things like hot cues, loop, etc. It will analyze just the BPM, grid, and the waveform. But you will have, you see, your hot cue, for example, here. So no problem. You can also take a USB drive directly on another player. You see, if I push my, my USB key falls. I push yes here, and when I go there, I have my USB key inside this player and the USB key inside the other player. So I can go directly on my playlist, and I will have the same thing. So you can jump into one USB key to up to 4 player, of course. So you see that you saw that I took yes when he asked, the player asked to analyze the key, but in my folder, in my others track, you still can't make a playlist or something like that. But tracks will be, how can I say, will be analyzed when you play them. So I can maybe play this one, and you will see the only way to make a playlist from a lot of tracks non-analyzed is to play them, and I will go very fast to let you see very fast the manipulation. And you will see in the history of the USB key, you can access to an editable playlist. Let's see. But you have to play maybe 30 or 45 seconds to have this track into the history part. So I go to my playlist, history 1, and I have the same track, you see. And now, with a non-analyzed track in the folder, not a engine or record box playlist, I can push here, push the track, and maybe make a new playlist to put this track inside. So it's the only way to have non-analyzed track directly on the playlist and edit the playlist. So if you have, like I said, one track, somebody is bringing you a track to play in the party, so it's pretty cool. It's analyzed, you can sync it, you can have waveform, etc. You can put hot cues, no problem. And everything will go into the USB drive, and you can save it directly on your engine prime if you want, in the software on your computer. But if you tell you in your mind, I have 5,000 track, I put it directly on the player and it's okay like a computer. No, it will not okay. You have to listen more or less 30 or 45 seconds each track. So it's pretty annoying. So in the navigation, you can create some crates just by a push like that. You name your crates. You can create playlist. Let's see P1 for example, and you can take the track. Oops, sorry. The track inside this playlist, for example, those one, and put it on test. And for example, those ones, and make it on P1. So I have test with that, P1 with that, no problem. I can erase a playlist I don't want. I can sort directly on the playlist. You see, if I do that, you push like that and you can sort like that. In the same playlist, you can sort by BPM, key, etc. For example, BPM, the bigger one or the smaller one. You can jump like that, bigger letters or smaller letters. So you can have a lot of track directly here on the same screen. Prepare, so you can have, I don't know, one track and go directly on prepare here, prepare like that, and you have all tracks here. And when you are on prepare or whatever playlist, you can play some tracks directly on your headphone, but you will see my fader is up on my mixer and it will tell you that you have to lower your fader not to have some sound in the speaker. So I will lower and you will see I can listen to my track. It's pretty cool. So playlist, prepare, folder, and at the end the search button. So search, you can have a search function and you can filter with some genre, artist, album, BPM, key. It's a search button, you know. And it's done. So when a track, let's see, where is my track? This one. Yep. When you play your track, you will have a lot of information. You will have the BPM, original key. When you touch the pitch, you will have the changing key and the BPM here. You can browse your track like that. You can have quantize, you can have single or continue. You have the length of the loop here, we will see after. You have the OutQ loop, etc. from engine or record box. And it's done. If you want more things, you have shortcut here. Shortcuts allow you to play arrange the color of your player here and on the mixer. You have little information here, quantize, sync mode, brightness, etc. And it's all. After we will see utility and preferences. I will not tell you everything, but like I said, you can, let's see here, play your music from Beatport Link, SoundCloud, Tidal, or your USB key, or an SSD inside your player. And you can choose your Wi-Fi here, for example. So a lot of preferences here, the firmware, etc. And another panel here. You see, I will not tell you everything, but you can see directly on the screen. So lot of information and preference you can save directly on your USB key, and you can recall from your Engine Prime on your computer. So what a beautiful screen we have here. Let's start with not the connections. We have seen that in the presentation, but let's focus directly on the transport part, and we will see all the function after. So transfer part, you will have your play and pause button. The cue button allow you to make your first cue point. You can record it where you want. For example, it could be on the beginning of the track, but you can also make, for example, put here. When the drop starts, you push pause, you push cue, and you see the little white triangle allow you to have this point. You can also, like Audio cue, we will see after, record them with quantize or not. Quantize allow you to put directly on the grid into the track, so it will be perfect on in the beat if you want. After you will have your trap skip button and beat jump. Trap skip allow you to not to you see, you can navigate, you can browse through your screen, or if you know the preview of the next track, you can directly push those buttons if you want. And beat jump, it's pretty cool. Allow you to make a 4-beat, 8-beat, 16-beat jump on the future of the past of the track, so you can easily go to a little part of the song or a big part of the song, like for example here, and it's joined directly with the beat of the loop here. You see, if I push 2 beats, you will have little jump, but if you put maybe 16, for example, up to 64, so 16, you see, you can jump between 2 sections of the track. It's pretty cool. After you have your sensor reverse, sensor will allow you to make a reverse without touching the music. The music still play underneath. You will see directly on the bottom of the track. So when I have the track like that, you see, I can jump directly on the kick. I see that on the screen. And the real reverse will be with the shift button. So it's a real reverse, so you reverse your music. Let's focus not on the loop after, let's focus on the jog. You will have scratch, for example, for of course, vinyl mode or bending mode. Also on the choral, so if you are on vinyl mode, you will have scratch on the jog, on the platter, and bending here. We'll see after, but you can have bending directly on the pitch bend here. The jog comes with a wheel adjust. You can have light like that, or heavy, and comes with a stop, a break with the play pause. So you can have a little break like that, very little, or more, or very long. And you can access to the sleep mode, allow you to make like the sensor manipulation and the track still play underneath. You can do it with the break like that. After you have the pitch, so the pitch comes with a master tempo, so you can decrease and increase the speed, the percentage, and not have the tone deformed. So you can have this one, or with key lock. So you adjust the tempo, but not the key. The key stay at 0%. After, you can have a sync function allow you to match up to 4 tracks at the same time. So you can have 4 deck and have 1 track master and other track slave, and other track will be at 80 if you choose this player at master. The pitch comes with the pitch band. You can, like we saw on the utility, you can have the control of a pitch bench or range, but you have the range here with the shift button, so I prefer to leave the function with the plus minus plus for the pitch bend. So you have pitch bend on it, like that, minus plus, and with shift button you have the range. So you have 4%, 8, 10, 20, 50, and 100, like that. And it's done. We saw the sleep mode. Let's move to the loop. Oh, I was on sleep mode, so I can't touch the screen. The loop can be manual, so in and out, in, out. You can adjust, decrease and increase the loop. You can move the loop. And you can exit the loop here. Or you can directly choose your length, so 8, 16, 32, like you want, and push the button. And decrease and increase if you want. And move like I said. And it's done for the transport part. Let's see the pad section. So you have odd cues, loop, roll, and slicer. 2 slicer, in fact. So odd cue allow you to record cue point in the memory of your USB key directly on the track. So you can have this one, for example. And you can recall at any time, and you have 8 cue points. You can play with the sleep mode. For example, I like this clap here, so you can recall it, or with sleep mode. After the loop section, so you can have the in point and out point directly on the same button, like that. In, out. You can disengage the loop, engage the loop, and you can erase the loop. When you have this loop here, oops, sorry, I was here. In, you can decrease and increase, for example, and you can save another loop with an auto loop here. You see, if I choose 16, I can put it directly here if I want. So when I push here, I will have the first one and the second one, and I can erase them. After roll, you have all the beats directly on the screen. So 2, 1, 1, another one. I don't know in English. In French we say tertiaire, but I don't know how to say in English. But you will see. It's not binary, you know. You have half, another half, quarter, quarter, and 1/8. So let's see. 2. So you can decrease if you want, or just recall the length you want. And the other one. This one, with this type of track, is better to use it at the end of a movement. You see? You let the movement like that. And you release. So it's pretty cool. And slicer, so you have two slicers. The first one will be the 8-bit and another 8-bit and next 8-bit. You see, like that. Let's go here. And the second one will be 8-bit, the green one, and you will have always those 8-bit here. You don't move on the next section. And after, you have just to repeat the section, and with the two arrows, you can decrease or increase the length of the repetition, like that. You can make techno with a hip-hop sound. It's so cool. And you can repeat. Like that. And it's done. So it was the Denon DJ SC6000M, like motorized, like we saw just now. If you have any questions about this product, feel free to ask on the video in the comment. Feel free to click the clock. No, not the clock. The bell. Click the clock. Click the bell. Subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free. I know it's been 10 years. I didn't say to subscribe, like, etc. But of course, you have to. So do it. Thank you for watching this one. See you next content, next adventure, and take care, everybody, and take care of yourself and all of your loved one. Oh, it was difficult. Bye bye. Ciao.